Today is Gay Hendricks' birthday, and I had something planned for this how-to, and this then came up, and I realized the synchronicity of it. So today I'm going to, as a how-to, introduce you to this book, Learning to Love Yourself, A Guide to Becoming Centered by Gay Hendricks. Oh, it was his birthday yesterday. Thank you, Michelle. Anyway, this book was printed in 1982, so it was the beginnings of Gay expressing his wisdom. And I'll just read you some quotes from it, and then towards the end, an exercise. My experience of loving myself is physical. I may start the idea in my mind, but as I feel it connect and happen in my body, it feels like an expansion. I feel an expansion of space when I love myself. Love is being in the same space with something. And for those familiar with Gay and Katie, you will recognize that phrase that goes all the way back to 1982. Being with, creating space for, is the experience of loving. One of the exercises later in the book is around a situation that we create that Gay talks about as projection. When something happens, particularly with someone that we want to be in a relationship with, and we feel defensive, we then choose to blame it on the other person, which is where projection comes in. So this issue item gets brought up in our life in a very real way, and rather than wandering in or experiencing it as a love communication, we turn to blaming the other person and projecting on them what's going on in us. So ideally, when trouble arises in a relationship, we can begin to ask questions of ourselves. These would be wonder questions. So I would like you right now to simply imagine, recall some experience you've had recently with someone you're in a relationship with. This can be your partner, someone in your family, someone, a friend that you care about. You get to choose that. And there was an issue in which you felt, the phrase that Gay took from one of his clients is, you feel you have been unfared against. So rather than launching into, it's all your fault if you only rah, 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 you ask yourself, what is it here that I'm not willing to accept in myself? So if you've had an experience with this recently, or that you can recall right now, try that question on. Another question would be, what am I having the opportunity to learn to love about myself? This is one of my personal favorites. I often have these experiences with my partner, whom I love dearly, when something arises and I can choose to respond with a wonder question for myself. It turns out there's something here that I don't love in me that I'm blaming her for. What part of myself am I projecting onto the other person? And finally, Gay's fourth question is, what am I seeing that I am unwilling to admit is part of me? So my suggestion, if you can locate a copy of this book, it's a treasure trove of Hendricks how-tos throughout the book, including wonderful descriptions of Gay's journey to learning how loving yourself is the key to all change, transformation in our lives. And you'll probably notice behind me here, yes, Gay's energy is just so amazing. It shows up everywhere. So thank you very much and enjoy.